Assembling the Arena Nordico desk is easy. We suggest that you assemble your desk on a protective surface. This guide is divided into 4 parts. Feel free to skip ahead using the chapter lines below, or follow my instructions to not mess it up. Start with step number 1, the legs. Let's attach the feet to the legs themselves. You'll find 8 screws in bag A, 4 for each leg. The feet are symmetrical, but make sure to mount them with their long side facing the logo on the leg. Don't tighten any of the screws until all 4 of them are in. Then tighten them diagonally, like this. Make sure to repeat this step until every screw is completely tight. Then do the same for the other leg. Step 2 covers the boards and frame of the desk. The most important thing when building the frame is to not tighten any of the screws. This will be done later on, just to make sure everything fits perfectly. Start with the boards and align them towards each other. Then attach the back box with the 4 screws from bag C, centered on the board. On the other side of the board, you will attach the frame pieces with hooks on them. Align them so that the hooks are near where the boards split, and the oval holes are facing outwards. Continue with the large thumb screws from bag E that attaches to the long slots over the small board. It's time to take care of the main frame. There are 2 types of long pieces. Use one of each and align the oval holes to the holes in the board. For the short frame piece, make sure to use the one without threaded holes in the middle. Then align the oval hole to the centered hole in the board. Use 7 screws from bag C to attach this part of the frame to the board, and don't tighten these just yet. It's time for the legs to make a comeback, so push them into the corners that you just built. Note that it doesn't matter where you put the powered leg, but I recommend you attach it to the opposite side of where you'll put the control panel. Use 8 screws from bag B to connect the frame pieces to the legs, and don't tighten them. Use the remaining frame pieces to assemble the last part of the main frame. This time the short piece should have threads in all 4 upper holes. Use 7 screws from bag C to attach this part of the frame to the board, and don't tighten these just yet. Use the remaining 8 screws from bag C to attach the short frame pieces to the long frame pieces, without tightening them. And before we tighten everything up, there are a few more screws in bag B that are used to attach the previously added long frame pieces to the legs. We can now tighten everything. Start with all 22 screws that attaches into the board. And then tighten the last 20 screws. The next step is to attach the electronics, cross-axle and cable management trays to the underside of the tabletop. Start with the control panel that attaches to the board using 2 screws from bag D. This can be mounted on either side, depending on where you want the power cable and control panel to be. It's now time for the first bit of cable management. Start with the motor power cord that goes into the hole in the frame. Then, through the hole to the other side of the frame, and finally attaches to the control panel. Then do it again with the power cable. For the next part, we must make sure the legs are of equal length. You don't need to measure this exactly, but make sure they look the same. The cross axle is extendable by unlocking the plastic nuts. Push the thin part of the axle into the leg that has no motor in it. Then push the thicker part into the leg with the motor in it. You may need to wiggle it a bit to get it in. End this step by locking the nut so it won't slip out during use. Man, who wrote this script? We are now ready to flip the desk over, and I strongly recommend getting a friend who can help you. Lastly, attach the cable management trays using the hooks in the frame. Simply push them up and over, and they will hang there. That's it for the assembly. Let's go over some final setup information. Remove the plastic cover film from the control panel. The first time you plug in your Nordico desk, you need to perform a motor reset, to let the motor know what the lowest position is. Do this by pressing and holding both up and down arrows at the same time for up to 5 seconds. The desk will then lower and come back up a few centimeters. It has now been calibrated. The memory buttons on the control panel are pre-programmed to different heights. You can also program them yourself by raising the desk to your desired height and then holding the memory button you wish to use for 5 seconds. For any troubleshooting of the control panel, refer to the included operations manual. You can also download it using the link in the description. If you got uneven flooring, you can rotate the feet to adjust their height. Just make sure to lift the desk up before doing this. This is essential to make your desk sturdy, especially when working in a standing position. To open the rear panel for cable management, unscrew the 3 thumb screws at the back of the desk. That's all I wanted to talk about. If you need further assistance, you can go to our website and contact us. You can also find more information about the features of your desk, assembly guides and maintenance videos here on our YouTube channel. Now enjoy your new Nordico desk.